Magic ripped the heart out of every Celtics fan with his baby sky hook.
Damn! Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt.
Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
Wow.
Basketball player.
Chat is right here. Look.
I've ever seen. You know.
He said he's the best I've ever seen, bro. Is right there, bro. The best I've ever seen, bro. Yo! Yo, don't do this to me, Larry! Not again! Not again, Larry! Not again, bro! What's good, guys? It's your boy, No Mercy 4K, doing mercy in the building, coming back at you another banger reaction video. Today we got making the case Magic Johnson, bruh. This is a highly anticipated reaction. Magic is undoubtedly a top 3-5 player of all time in many people's minds. So we're here to see this for ourselves. Making the case Magic Johnson. Why was he so different? I've never really watched Magic play at all, so it's like a very new experience to me. Let's see what Magic is talking about. I know he's gonna be crazy because the way people be talking about him is a very, very nice and great way. You feel me? But I hope you enjoy this reaction. If you do want to see more Magic Johnson reactions here, hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I post every single day here, daily banger videos for you guys. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I hope you enjoy. Let's get it. Making the case Magic Johnson.
Basketball is
check it out, chat.
The size of the court and the lack of pads or helmets give fans
Yo,
the most intimate experience of a team sport.
Was that Shaq?
The court and the lack of pads or helmets give fans the most intimate experience of a team sport that exists. And because of the different styles that basketball allows for, players develop their own distinct identities and signature styles through their creativity, flair, and athleticism. And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring
that dude got
and
shit
two-way
on.
nature of the sport.
Oh, yo, this dude got shit on.
And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring volume.
Yo, bro, sub that nigga out. He can't show his face the rest of the game, bro.
The scoring volume and two-way nature of the sport give individual stars a nearly unprecedented amount of control over
that
the
shot
flow
is
and
too
outcome
nice,
of the
bro.
game. Individual
Bro, this
stars
shot,
a nearly
I saw this, bro, in live, bro. Watching this live, this shot was too fucking nice.
Amount of control over the flow and outcome of the game. For this reason, players are constantly compared to their peers and to the legends of the past in order to answer the most hotly contested question in the sport: who's the greatest to ever do it? For many, the question is redundant. They believe in only one right answer, their answer. Others might have their own personal stance, but acknowledge one or two alternatives. But I believe that there's much more nuance to the question of greatness and more answers to it than you might think. By my count, there are 8 players in NBA history that have a substantial claim as the GOAT. It's a subjective thing.
Tim Duncan! We gotta watch Tim Duncan. Bro, we got so many... Bro, so many greats and Hall of Famers to still watch. Wow, bro. You want to see, get along this journey with me, bro? Hit the hit the subscribe button, bro. Subscribe. You feel me? Checking out all these greats back in the day. Going on this journey, bro. Let's check this out.
Make the argument. So today, I'll be making the case for Magic Johnson as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Magic in the cut, chat. W. Clayton Crowley, W. Clayton, W videos.
The year is 1979. Professional basketball in America is at perhaps the lowest point in its history. No one is going to games, the ratings are garbage, none of the players are very marketable, and the product is so bad that CBS isn't bothering to air playoff games live. Things look bad. Enter Irvin Johnson. Johnson bested Larry Bird's undefeated Indiana State Sycamores in the 1979 NCAA championship. an event that retains the highest TV rating of a game of basketball ever. When the Lakers used their #1 overall pick to make Johnson the first underclassman ever to be taken as the top draft choice, you have to wonder if they knew exactly who they just drafted. How could they have known that they had just drafted a player that would become an icon for their franchise, for their city, and for a generation of basketball history?
Magic has always got a smile, bro. Like I never seen him play, but obviously he like worked with the Lakers for a while. Was in management with them and stuff. Like you see Magic all over the place. So Magic is a good guy, bro. Just how he talks, how he carries himself, bro. You could just tell, bro. He's a good guy, always smiling, bro.
He's a good guy, bro. Irvin Johnson, the prospect from Michigan State. They drafted Magic. Right off the bat, for whatever it's worth, Magic Johnson has the coolest nickname in NBA history. It fits into the team and is really the name that everyone knows him by. It's not like his last name is superfluous, like with Kobe, LeBron, or Kareem. And it's not like his last name is eternally iconic, like Russell, Jordan, or Duncan. It's just Magic. Johnson came into the NBA and immediately injected it with life like he was an epinephrine pen. Magic's winning smile, charismatic interviews, and revolutionary play style introduced the league to a pulse and a personality it hadn't known since Wilt Chamberlain. Before long, he became the frontman of a team that would be known by its own distinct nickname, Showtime, like it was a piece of theater or art in and of itself. He was the lead man of the most popular show in Hollywood. In a city full of celebrities, he was the main attraction. Not only did he have the smile and personality to carry a name like Magic, but he also had the basketball aptitude to pull off a team called Showtime. What did he do with that aptitude? He won 5 championships, a half-decade's worth, and appeared in 9 finals. Only Kareem, Bill Russell, and Sam Jones have appeared in more. He won 3. Bill Russell and Sam Jones have appeared in more.
This got to be outdated because LeBron has been to 10 championships, so this got to be from a few years ago. This video, right? It's outdated.
He won 3 regular season MVPs in a span of 4 years. Won 3 Finals MVPs. Made 12 All-Star teams. And was selected to 10 All-NBA teams. And keep in mind that all of these accomplishments took place in a 12-year career. 11 if you want to mention his injury-shortened 81 season.
12 years?
Magic only spent 3 years of his playing career watching the finals from home. I spent more years trying to graduate from college than Magic spent not making the finals.
He said he spent more years in college. That's crazy. Yo, wait. He only spent 12, bro? Larry only had 13, and that was short. Magic only had 12 years. Wow, that sucks, bro. Damn, but like I heard, like I know why, like, you know what I'm saying?
His HIV diagnosis came right on the heels of a season in which he finished as the runner-up for league MVP, was selected to first-team All-NBA, and competed in the NBA Finals. It is not hyperbole or exaggeration to say that Magic's career was cut short while he was still 90% as good as he'd ever been. Damn. Those 12 years were enough of a basketball pedigree, though, that even now, some 30 years later, he is still universally considered the greatest point guard of all time.
He could have went both for much longer.
And unfortunate, considering how much more he had to give. Still, Magic's career stacks up against anyone else with a claim to basketball's highest throne. And the legend surrounding Magic Johnson is rooted in the undeniable truth that Magic Johnson is the best passer in the history of basketball.
Yeah,
with the ball in his hands, he was no longer a basketball player. He became a force of nature. His movements became sublime and fluid. These passes aren't coming from Magic.
I do better.
I refuse to believe that any human could do this kind of stuff so routinely without divine intervention. These passes are coming from the basketball gods, and Magic Johnson became their instrument. To convince you, I shouldn't need to show you anything other than his ability, but the stats bear it out.
Yeah, that's
Magic
nice.
has the highest assist per game average ever, and also has the most assists in NBA playoff history. Magic's skills extended beyond just passing, though. Too big to be guarded by traditional point guards and too quick to be guarded by slow-footed forwards, he created matchup problems every time he brought the ball across midcourt. His
Bro, he was
speed
a
with the
point
ball was
guard too,
unrivaled,
like,
and
what?
accompanied with his remarkable rebounding proficiency, was a key feature in the Lakers' fast break offense. He was adept at finishing with either hand, something he did often thanks to his underrated...
Bro, this dude is like 6'6", 6'8" point guard, bro. Like, that does not even happen.
First step. Years of practice by himself
There's a
and with
glitch.
Kareem helped Magic develop a high post game
There's
that
a whole
added
glitch.
yet another dimension to his offensive skill set. Magic was also adept at picking his opponent's pockets, leading the league in steals per game twice.
Wow. I didn't know that.
This skill set is made even more impressive when you remember that Magic was the same height as Karl Malone. That might be my favorite thing about Magic. That he was a true, authentic point guard who happened to be 6'9".
6'9"? Bro, I thought he was like 6'9". Yo.
It wasn't like with Tim Duncan.
That's a glitch, bro. A 6'9" guard? Point guard? At not even shooting guard, a point guard? That's a glitch.
Who played power forward but people say was actually a center, or how James Harden is listed at shooting guard even though he plays more like a point guard. Magic was an honest-to-God point guard who could also play every position on the basketball court. As an individual defender,
6'9".
Magic was capable, never a lockdown guy, but he was as versatile and as switchable as they come. And with such solid rebounding numbers, there were no holes in Magic Johnson's offensive game.
He got great
when
athleticism.
I say that Magic immediately began making an impact on the NBA,
could tell Magic
I
was
do mean immediately. His
very
rookie
well-
year is still
very
one
athletic.
of the most successful campaigns a first-year player
hit
has
that?
ever had. He took over the job as starting point guard and helped guide the Lakers to 60 wins and a berth in the NBA Finals, where the Lakers faced Julius Erving's Philadelphia 76ers. The series was
Julius
competitive
Erving.
throughout, with each contest being decided by 10 points or fewer through the first 5 games.
Okay.
In Game 5, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the reigning league MVP and the Lakers' best player, badly sprained his ankle. Kareem was able to return and will his team to a 5-point victory, putting the Lakers ahead in the series 3-2. With only one more win needed to clinch the title, Kareem was ruled unavailable for Game 6 in Philadelphia. Magic was then called upon to start the game at center and try to replace Kareem's 33-point per game average in the series.
At center is
Magic answered
tough.
that call and delivered one of the most memorable basketball performances by any player ever. 42
Really? How many he
points,
had?
15
42?
rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and a block. All
At
as a
center?
20-year-old rookie playing on the road on basketball's highest stage.
Yo.
For his efforts, Magic was named Finals MVP, the first and only rookie to win the award.
What the
In the years that followed, Magic's basketball journey would be inextricably linked to that of Larry Bird. It's nearly impossible to talk about one without mentioning the other. In my Making the Case video for Larry Bird, I brought up arguments that could be used in favor of Bird's superiority. And because this is a video about Magic's claim of supremacy, I figure I ought to do the same for him. You first have to give credit to Magic for being the most decorated player during perhaps the most talent-laden period the NBA has ever seen. Including his finals opponents, Magic faced competition like Olajuwon and Sampson's Rockets, Tom Chambers' Suns, Mark Aguirre's Mavs, Isaiah Thomas's Pistons, Moses Malone and Dr. J's 76ers, Michael Jordan's Bulls, and Bird's Celtics. Magic's detractors might try to devalue his team's success by pointing out that he played for a remarkably talented team thanks to a brilliant front office. Because of his team's talents, these detractors say, Magic can't be individually credited for their success.
Wow.
In the interest of making Magic's case, though, I'd first acknowledge that yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the best basketball player in the world for nearly the entire 1970s and had already led a team in Milwaukee to a championship by the time Magic arrived in LA. Yes, James Worthy was one of the most polished and accomplished prospects to come out of college basketball in some time. And that's not to mention other pivotal role players like Michael Cooper,
Worthy
Kurt
was
Rambis,
apparently
and
really
Byron
good
Scott,
too.
who all played outstanding basketball. I acknowledge all of that, but I'd argue that the greatness of the Showtime Lakers does not take anything away from Magic's abilities as a player or as a leader. If anything, it reinforces the fact that Magic is one of the most effective leaders basketball has ever seen. By the start of the 84-85 season, he had organically flourished into the alpha dog of the team and respect.
But like Kareem and Magic, like on the same team, does sound kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, like that's like Kareem is apparently the best player in the world at the time, or was recently, and Magic literally is making the case for it.
Taken the torch from Kareem without a power struggle. It's one of the only times in NBA history that there was a peaceful transition of power from one player to the next. Pro basketball is like 15th century England in that sense. There are no peaceful transitions of power. The fact that Magic was able to earn the respect and commitment of his teammates, especially one of the most historically dominant players ever in Kareem of his team.
That move is too smooth. He got that on lock.
He
just keeps doing that move, bro.
Commitment of his teammates, especially one of the most historically dominant players ever in Kareem, is a testament to Magic's greatness. Beside the departure of Norm Nixon, the Lakers' previous point guard, there were no ugly breakups. Cooper, Rambis, Scott, Worthy, and Kareem all retired at one point or another as Lakers. If you won't believe me, listen to the words of Bill Simmons, former ESPN columnist, current CEO of The Ringer, and noted Boston sports supporter who grew up rooting against Magic. Simmons says he's the single best leader in the history of the sport. Nobody extracted more from teammates, whether it was an all-star game, a mundane affair in December, or any playoff game. It's also important to note that Magic was ready to win right from the get-go. Like I said earlier, he won Finals MVP as a rookie and finished as the runner-up for regular season MVP in his final full year.
Bro, winning Finals MVP as a rookie is tough, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Now that's crazy. Like there's I've never heard of that before. I think that's probably the one and only time. Wait, I think they said that. Yeah, that was the only time that ever happened. But that is crazy. The only thing you could say is like he is like with Kareem and Worthy and stuff, but like, you know what I'm saying? There is Bird, there is Jordan. That's still crazy impressive.
Nearly every other player who's ever laced him up, there was never a year where Magic's productivity dropped below his eye-popping, jaw-dropping standards. 12 years of Magic Johnson means 12 years of top-shelf, undeniable, incomparable greatness. Magic's critics might say that he didn't score enough, that his defense was too suspect to be considered the greatest, or that his play wouldn't translate into the league today. To all of that, I'd argue that one of the best things about basketball is how many different ways there are to win. You can be a 6'3" sharpshooter like Steph Curry and revolutionize the game, a 7'1" behemoth like Shaq who dominates the league, or anything in between. A 7'1" behemoth like Shaq who dominates the league, or anything in between. There are so many viable ways to play the game that have all resulted in championships, MVPs, and the like.
I've never seen that.
Magic's play style allowed him to control the game with a vice grip and tailor it to his specific brand of basketball. What's a player supposed to do when it comes to how the game might evolve in the future? When people talk about the way Magic played, they sometimes talk about it almost like it's a kind of historical casualty. That bewilders me. What Magic did worked really well.
He played his role. He was the distributor, the point guard. He played his role.
Why should he have done anything different? Magic changed the NBA for the better.
He did what he had to do to win.
Positionless player, someone who broke the mold and opened the basketball watching public's eyes to the possibilities of letting great players do what they're great at, rather than just fulfilling the traditional roles of their size or position. As the game evolves more and more into a positionless sport, Magic's influence and value only become more and more.
Fuck the Warriors. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck the Warriors. And fuck the KD Warriors. Fuck the 2017 Warriors. Fuck the Warriors in general. Like Mickey ass rings.
The Showtime Lakers also became one of the first teams to make the game of basketball aesthetic. The speed, athleticism, and skill we all enjoy today is due in part to Showtime and Magic Johnson. In my video about Larry Bird, I gave him a lot of credit for saving the NBA, and deservedly so. Larry was a pioneer of basketball and contributed immensely to the explosion of the game's popularity.
Larry Bird.
For every breath of fresh air that Larry contributed, Magic did the same. You can't talk about one without the other because it was the rivalry between the two that really saved the league. The fact that they competed against each other in such a high-profile game in college, had nearly polar opposite personalities, were of different races, played for the two most historic teams in the country, and met each other multiple times in the finals, all cements theirs as the defining rivalry of the NBA.
Yeah,
despite
I ain't gonna lie.
the differences in their personality.
W rivalry. Thank God for that rivalry, and thank God for both Magic and Bird souls, bro, because they saved the NBA. The NBA may have even went into retirement and like went years without even playing. Who knows what would have happened?
Their games were remarkably similar. Team first, success-oriented mindsets and proclivities for passing were trademark features of both their styles. Those styles met 3 times in the finals, each in legendary fashion. Magic would have the last laugh though, with 2 championship series wins against Bird. By the time the 1987 finals, their last series against each other, rolled around, Magic had developed a killer instinct and flair for the dramatic matched only by his rival. In Game 4 of the series, with the Lakers leading 2-1, Magic all but iced the series with the most legendary shot of his career.
2-1?
Down 1 with seconds left in a raucous Boston Garden, Magic ripped the heart out of every Celtics fan with his baby sky hook.
Damn! Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt. I know that hurt, Larry.
The moment of the 87 finals and the shot of Magic's career. He capped off the most remarkable season of his career by vanquishing his most intense rival for the second time in 3 years. Bill Simmons described how momentous the shot and ensuing championship win was for Magic's legacy. Not even the biggest Celtics fan on the planet could deny it any longer. Magic Johnson was just as exceptional as Larry Bird. This point is echoed by Bird himself in a clip I'll leave you with. After the game, Bird remarked how impressed he was with Magic's performance and ability as a basketball player. It's only an 11-second clip, but there's a moment in it that just strikes me. There's a split second where you can see the disbelief in Larry's eyes as he tries to come to terms with the fact that the game, and likely the series, is over. In that second, you can almost see him ponder all of the work he put in during the season. All the games he played and the shots he took, all in the hopes of getting a chance to beat his old rival. And then he has to reconcile the fact that that old rival got the better of him, plain and simple. Bird wasn't alone in having to reconcile being beaten by Magic Johnson. Magic still maintains the highest win percentage for a career in NBA history.
Wow.
It's the same thing countless players and coaches had to come to terms with during Earvin Magic Johnson's 12 magical years with the Los Angeles Lakers.
That's crazy. The highest win percentage ever.
Summing it all up with a look.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, you know. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I don't know what to say. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say.
Wow.
Basketball player.
Chat is right here. Look.
I've ever seen. You know.
He said he's the best I've ever seen, bro. Is right there, bro. The best I've ever seen, bro. Yo. Yo, don't do this to me, Larry. Not again. Not again, Larry. Not again, bro. W video, bro.
Hey there, friend. Thanks for watching the video.
W Larry, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But that was making the case Magic Johnson, bruh. Bruh, I was about to start crying this bit right there. I ain't gonna lie, right? If I would have replayed that a few more times, GG's. You feel me, bruh? Even Larry just said that he's the greatest player he ever saw. That's tough, bro. Magic and Larry have an amazing, beautiful relationship. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? That shit is nice to see. But Magic looks nice at the game. I need to see more highlights though. Like, this was just making the case. So I still need to see actual highlights of his overall game. I saw a lot of his passing. You know what I'm saying? Most of those highlights were 90% passing. And it makes sense because his name is Magic. And it's because how magical he was with all that crazy passing, you feel me? So it makes sense, but I want to see a little more of his offensive game, overall game in general. So we probably gonna check out some more. So let me know in the comments what you thought about my reaction and other videos of Magic Johnson or highlights. What other videos I should react to of Magic? You feel me, in the comments. But I appreciate you for tuning in. If you made it until the end, let me know by commenting down below Wagic, W Magic. You know what I'm saying? Wagic in the comments if you made it till the end of the video. That's how I'm gonna know. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'm out.